I see 5,000.
It's 800 plus the 650 for that part.
Yeah, to do that program.
800 plus the 650.
Right.
So $800 worth of advertising. So that's not including this advertising for the $4,000.
The advertising up on top is for overall programs.
Okay,
For
okay.
And you'll notice that many of these specific program budgets have their own advertising in, which would be, for instance, a quarter-page ad that just talked about that one event.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have 3,500 left. Is that correct?
Of the 5,000, you mean?
For the nature and wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next program that I'd like to recommend is, there is a hummingbird specialist in, he's in South Carolina, just below Charlotte, and his name is Bill Hilton. He also travels all over giving programs. They go to Costa Rica and band hummingbirds on their flight. They do terrific programs. I'm going to pass this around. This could be another program that we could bring to the amphitheater. He comes for like a weekend. He'll come Friday and Saturday, and he'll talk to the schools, he'll do a series of programs for them, he'll come to the next day to the park and do several programs there. If you want to do a fundraiser at night, he'll come and speak at that. He's yours for a couple of days. And you really work out a custom program out of all the different things that he can propose to do. He has spoken all over the country to nature specialists. His website has a lot of documentation on it if you want to see his credentials. But that's a proposed second program that we could bring to Summerfield. The cost would be about $1,800 to bring him up for a couple of days. And again, I've put in advertising of $800 to just spotlight that series of programs that he would be doing.
I apologize to you if I'd have turned the page, I'd have seen what I was asking.
There we go, okay.
And Phyllis, I'll go ahead and get one of these in the mail to you.
Yeah,
Page.
I was
Gotta flip it all the way. There you go.
Phyllis, did you hear me?
Phyllis?
I'll go ahead and put one of these detailed budgets in the mail. It was not in the package, we got them tonight. So I'll go ahead and get one of these in the mail to you. I'll just have Valerie put it in the mail to you.
Okay, thank you.
It'll be easier for you.
And then we can also have a series of nature classes for very, very low cost. There are many organizations who have speakers bureaus who will come out for, they ask usually travel expenses and maybe a $50 honorarium, sometimes a $100 honorarium.
I have a quick question on both of those events that you're looking at potentially sharing it with the schools. Is that also something that could be shared with the school from a cost perspective, or does it look to us to fund it all and,
Well, in the budget, I put in Parks and Rec funding it through the town. However, once we had a specific proposal ready, we could go to the schools and see if they would certainly chip in for part of the cost. I don't know how their budgets are going to be this year for field trips. It's looking, everything I read is that their whole programs are being cut. Their arts programs, their nature programs, their science programs, everything is being cut.
So they'd be very happy to have us do it.
Yeah.
They would be thrilled
Right.
to be offered something
Yeah.
of this quality. Both of these programs are really high quality.
PTA might be willing to assist in some funding for these programs. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, I've
But
never
not
been
the
on a
school
PTA.
itself. But
Yeah,
not the school.
I doubt with the school budgets that the school is gonna even contemplate it, but I would think that maybe PTA might, I don't know. We'd have to
Right.
throw that
I
out
think
to the
the schools are
PTA.
gonna freeze, from what I understood, when I heard
But,
that.
but I think that we will be able to get the students though.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh, they'll be ecstatic.
right, because see, theirs is being cut, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Summerfield obviously doesn't incur any cost to come over. Stokesdale and Oak Ridge would have to, make arrangements for buses, and that they may incur costs there.
But they might
But the
defer that to the
PTAs
parents.
Right, yeah, but the
Mhm.
PJs
On
may
field
have
trip
to.
forms.
Yeah.
Because we pay cost for every
Right.
field trip that the kids take. They probably defer that.
Did we, talk about this haunted history mystery tour? Did I miss that?
We missed it.
Which one?
I think we missed that.
Ongoing programs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the haunted history, oh.
The Haunted History Mystery Tour, our Halloween
That's our Halloween
tour.
event.
Okay, the Summerfield Youth Council organizes this, and they're requesting this year for the outside portion of the events, $1,500 for costumes, makeup, the sets that they use out in the woods. It's gonna be the full tour again this year. They'll go way up to the cell tower and circle around and come back down like they did the first year. And they wanna add a lot of sets and backdrops and things like that. Things they started the first year. They need some money to really work on some quality equipment. On the inside of the community center, I don't know if any of you have ever been, but there's like a whole series of tables with little games this really for the younger kids. It's really aimed at the real little ones.
Good turnout for that. Last year, we had a
Oh,
tremendous
there's
number of
hundreds
parents and
of
children.
kids in there.
They're like little booths set up that they can play
Yeah,
games.
and they can
face
toss
painting
things
and get
and
candy and stuff.
pin the nail on the.
Something, there were a lot, yeah.
There were 4 or
It's
5
really
games
neat.
and they win a little piece of candy and they get to go around in their costumes
And
and
it's
they
a
have,
safe
they have a great
alternative to
time.
trick or treat and,
Now, I have a question. When you get money and purchase these things, like costumes and the backdrops and things like that,
Do they keep them?
yes.
Yes,
Do you
they're-
keep them in a
We have it
place and
stored.
then you have it to draw from without asking for the same money the next year for the same thing that?
I think that some of the costumes, Bob would know, I think some of the costumes were rental costumes, so some of it might be rental, I'm not sure 100%. But I think I know everything else we packed up in boxes and kept,
So you do have an area to keep
decorations
them?
and things.
You have an area to keep
Some
them?
Sorta.
of them are in the storage unit at the
The
park.
building.
And others are in the room at the community center, other items. A lot of the radios and such are kept there, and Valerie keeps an inventory of all the items that are purchased each event, to make sure that we have an ongoing list of those items and we track them.
And some of them are things that, like face paint, things that used up, some of them are
Sure.
things like that.
Disposable.
Yeah, disposable.
Yeah, because we have, like the radios, the first year we had the event, we purchased a ton of the radios, so we have a lot of those on hand. So each year, they're pretty much
And the
increasing.
lanterns were purchased the first year and those were used again last year.
So they're slowly
So
building up the
they're
inventory.
building.
So the costs will go down over the years as they build up that inventory.
I would like to encourage y'all to continue to do things for the kids.
Yes, thank you.
In the past years, the advertising was really word of mouth and some flyers passed out at the school. We would like to see, to at least get one ad in the newspapers, advertising it the week before. And if the weather's good, we should have a tremendous turnout again.
Yeah, attendance fell off last year, and I think
Oh,
it
it's
had to do with the
wet.
advertising.
Yeah, there was no advertising.
Yeah,
No
it was-
advertising and it was
Yeah.
A lot of
wet.
people didn't know about it.
Yeah, that was the attendance issue with last year compared to the first year, because it was jam-packed the first year. And
Yeah.
last year it fell off a little bit, but that was because people didn't know about it as
Yeah,
much.
I really think so too.
Each one of these things is an event, correct? Why is the advertising running from say $225 to $800 per event? I mean,